Let's move real fast through America's past.
With heroes of old who were truly so bold.
The English came in 1607. It was not their idea of a typical heaven.
They learned independence from one John Smith, and the House of Burgesses settled any tips.
The Pilgrims followed soon after that, and in 1620 wrote the Mayflower Compact.
The rule of law was a major tool. No kings for them. They wanted self-rule.
Then in 1754, the French and British went to war.
All alone, the British could not stand, so the colonists had to lend a hand.
The war was costly for the king, so the tyrant taxed his darlings. The colonists did not want to pay, so they dumped his tea into Boston's Bay. After the midnight ride of Paul Revere, Americans knew troubled times were near.
Lexington and Concord marked the spot. I wonder who fired that very first shot.
Give me liberty or give me death, Patrick Henry said with all his breath.
Thomas Paine wrote Common Sense, and Jefferson declared our independence.
That was July 4th, 1776. They put King George into a fix.
The Treaty of Paris ended the war, and in 1783, America was born. Articles of Confederation were not so great, so the delegates started with a brand new slate.
We needed new laws and strong leadership.
So Madison and Hamilton made
After
their
much
choice.
debate from behind closed doors, the Constitution became our government's core. The convention was in 1787. Ben Franklin said, "Sign it, boys, you ain't getting ahead."
Ratified in 1791, the Bill of Rights had just begun, with amendments number 1 through 10 that protects rights of all Americans.
Washington was the father of our great nation. He said farewell and to maintain our cabinet split with Hamilton and Jefferson between Federalists and Democratic Republicans.
Louisiana was purchased in 1803. Jefferson had doubled the U.S. territory.
Monroe had a doctrine that forced Europe away and said we would use force if they wanted to stay.
Jackson praised the common man and claimed Native American lands. He was a hero in the War of 1812. Spoiled friends left when banks all failed.
Here comes the Industrial Revolution. We grew more cotton with Whitney's invention. Immigrants and farmers became more urban, thanks to trains, canals, and Robert's Fort.
America now started pulling away, their cultures growing more distinct each day.
With 3 regions, north, south, and west.
They wanted their regions to get the best.
Calhoun argued for nullification. Webster spoke for the Union, not secession. Then came Clay to solve the disputes. His compromises cooled many hot feuds.
Now it's time for the Mexican War. They didn't like Texans coming in their back door. When all of it was said and done, the America stretched to clear Oregon.
When gold was discovered in 48, thousands came to get their take. Wagon trails stretched from sea to sea in search of our manifest destiny.
The Civil War ended in 1865. 620,000 gave their lives. What we gained from this great catastrophe were 3 amendments and the end of slavery.
Along came Lincoln, a tall, slender man. He was the 16th president of our great land. 1 month after he was elected, South Carolina left, and the Union was dissected.
The story continues and remains untold, so let's smash the tax and let the story unfold. In part 2 of United States history, women finally get their democracy.